Good morning, everyone, and welcome to UBC's Thunderbird Arena at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. Steve Erickson, our pleasure to bring the call for today's game. And as we are set, the first game is underway, the final day for this event over in the west coast of Canada. From the draw, they have control of it. Pacific Steelers are wearing the red and white sweaters today with the white trim, the sort of candy stripe colored socks, as we were told. They go back down. Potomac breaks all the way back down. Oh, thanks, Bruce. Potomac breaks down all the way over on the far side this time. She breaks her way in, getting control, taking a shot. That was blocked and partially picked up right there. Now they go back the other way. They have control of it. They clear it back down inside their own zone. We have the Chicago Young Americans wearing the blue and red and white uniforms, pretty much the same color as we were sort of joking around with up here in our broadcast location as the New York Rangers. Now they go back out to center ice area, crossing the blue line inside. Very careful to stay on side on the play right now as they go back inside the zone, holding on to it. They picked it back up and now just clearing it back over on the far right side wall as they check this one back. Good cross ice pass, getting it back out to the center ice area once again. And now the Pacific Steelers will dump it back in, but we have a quick call and an icing call on the play. So we've played about 1 minute and 21 seconds so far in this final day in game number 1, coming to you from the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Center. Early morning on Canada's west coast. It's still a lot of snow outside if you're still inquiring. I'll save you looking at the weather report. It's nasty out here. We're not used to this stuff, but we've got it, so you get what you get. Shot around the wall, all the way over. This time it goes around the far side boards this time. They have to pick this one back up. As they pick it back up, they shot it. Now they're picking it up once more. And they eventually cleared it back out to the center ice area. Good cross ice pass this time as they threw this one back. And now Chicago Young Americans get control of it. They have it back inside. A little bit of a push ensues right there, and they're still going after this one. They will manage to pick it back up. And the Pacific Steelers get all the way out of their own zone, eventually up the center, which they made right now. Across the line, going inside. Potomac takes a shot. Tip, narrowly missing the post on this side. Potomac's going to chase it back down, far side. Lume comes in. She keeps that one back. Now they go back the other way. After it. They cleared it. Far side on the right side this time. They give it back around. Onrick had it, and she threw it down the ice. We have a quick call and an icing call early in the game. We haven't quite played 3 minutes so far. This has been an exceptional weekend of hockey out here in Canada's lovely west coast. A lot of fun. The teams are enjoyable. And we've had a great, great time talking to several coaches, parents, some of the grandparents from the teams as well. And we really appreciate the notes that we've received on Twitter. You can send me a note on Twitter. It's just @SportsWave. Let me know if you're watching and where you're watching from. And if you have a question or a concern, you want to make mention of it. Give a shout out to someone. It's just @SportsWave, and we'll get that out to you. Back around. The Steelers dump it all the way back down, far side this time. They're going to go back after it. This is picked back up by Perez, and she throws it back inside. Now it goes back out to the center ice area. Crossing the blue line once again, coming inside. Good cross, and Wong goes after it. She threw it towards the net. And now Chicago Young Americans get out to center. Overskate of the puck. Now it goes back over in front of the penalty box area. This is picked back up. Dumped back inside. And the easy dump-in play right off the bat was by Petkalis, and she had it now for a second. She goes back after it and gets it a second time. Good play to get control of it a second time. Great, solid work ethic. Teams are sort of being very cautious right now. Offside on the play right there. Quick offside in the play. Will ensue a face-off outside once again in the neutral zone. So I'm trying to see the goaltenders that we have playing right now, the Steelers. I believe that's Haley Martins wearing number 31. And I'll get the other goaltender. I believe that's number 44, but I'll get that to you as quick as we can find that out. Steelers pent back inside. They go back after this one. Nice play to grab this one. Keller has it. Keller shoots it right through the goal crease all the way over on the far side wall this time. Pinching back in. Killip comes in. Killip tried to get it. Now it's blocked and stopped. Throw him back inside. Allen pinches back in. Now they come over on the far side, and the Chicago Young Americans work their way all the way out to the center ice area. Good play to break their way back in. driving from that. Elena goes in. She takes a shot. This is blocked and picked back up by Wong, and she dumps it all the way out to the center ice area. Ripping this one off of the wall, going back. A couple players going off on a change on the far side. Steelers getting control. Blocked it on the far side wall this time. Unable to get it out, and Allen was the one that goes all the way out in the far left side this time. Changed her mind. Now she goes off on a change, and the Steelers get control in front of the penalty box. They dump it back down. They're going back after this one. Alina's going off on a change. Both teams having a wholesale changes right now, and Potomac comes all the way out the far right side. She breaks her way back in. As Potomac comes in, goes in, takes a shot. A little bit of a push in front of the net. Both players decided to skate away. Not going to bump into the goaltender like that. They throw it, grab it, knock it back out of the air. Good little bit of a grab right there by Maloney, and she gets it back inside. Maloney throws it cross ice. Dangerous play right there. Pretkelis, she has it. She throws it back inside the corner. Now Pretkelis is calling for it against the boards, near side, unable to keep it on side. Almost a steal ensues right there. Now they go back the other way, and they're going to go back up the ice. Wong dumps it straight forward. She threw it to Sims, and Sims throws it in. And the Steelers are having a real quick line change early so far right now. Basically sent 5 off and 5 on. Fresh legs on the ice just to keep things simplified. You don't want to tire them out too early. They come back inside, shooting it around the wall this time, going after this one. Coming inside, Parton goes after it, unable to get control of it. Now they go back to Lai, and Megan Lai throws it out to the center ice area. Blocked, intercepted, stolen right there by Munson. Munson misplayed it. She threw it one way, and the puck went the other way. Back up, this one is McMahon. McMahon gives it over on the far right side boards to Weiss. Weiss tries to come out of her own zone. He eventually does after they dumped it back out. And McMahon was the one that threw this one back down inside the far corner. They're going to chase this one down. Picking this one back up is Parton. She throws it. And the Steelers out the left side, taking a cross-ice pass. But that was blocked and dangerously intercepted right there by Hernandez. Had a chance to talk to young Hernandez yesterday. Nice young lady to talk to. Shot, blocked, stole this one. Now it goes back in the corner on the far side once again. And they'll clear it back. And the Steelers just throw it around the wall all the way over, this time on the far side boards this time. Parton gets control. She throws it out in front of her own players' bench right now. And the Chicago Young Americans, they're turning inside their own zone. Great job, and Sorkin goes in. She bumps inside the corner with it. Staying with her and forces her off of the puck is Megan Lai, not going to let her get loose. Now Megan Lai is still with her. Sorkin's in there. Megan Lai dumps it all the way back out in front. Huge shot save right there, going back after a big rebound given right there. And another huge shot taken right there. A little bit missing the net, but Broussard had 2 solid chances. Now they dish it all the way back in. This was thrown back in by Parton from the blue line area. Now she's going off on a change. They pick it back up. Steelers take a shot. Again, another shot by Broussard all the way over, this time on the far side. And they get control of it again. Keeping it on side. Steelers back around this time. Nice shot taken by Allen off of the post on the far side. What a great shot by Allen. Just exploded off of the stick right there. And she got it right on target. Just exactly what she expected to do. Allen got the initial shot away. Now they couldn't keep it on side. Bloomer goes after it. But we have an icing call as Bloomer dumps it down the ice. So a quick icing call once again. 12:40 remaining, period number 1. Early Sunday morning, wherever your travels take you. Hope you're enjoying today's broadcast, the broadcast for the entire weekend. If you're out and around, please remember, slow down and drive with extreme care and caution. Off of the backboards, they're going to chase this one back down behind the net right now. Keller goes in. Keller picks it back up. Keller throws it all the way back out to Potomac, and Potomac gets it back to Wong. Wong takes a shot, narrowly missing the outside post this time. This is picked back up. Now they eventually get it back down the ice inside the Steelers zone, and the Steelers just dump it down the ice. Icing is waved off by the young linesperson right there at the blue line. Not going to get control of this one. Onrick has it. She's waiting for it. Now over on the hash marks on the right side. She was calling for her. I don't think they saw her or heard her, neither less. Waits. She's going to go back after it at the blue line area again. Now dump back inside. And Madison Onrick had it, but we have an offside call. Quick call by the linesman right now. So the face-off once again outside the neutral zone. Players came. Of course, the Steelers had the last game last night over in the Father Bauer Arena. And the Chicago Young Americans played at 6:30 p.m. last evening on Father Bauer Arena. Now they throw it back inside. Off of the boards all the way over on the far right side. They pick this one back up. First penalty of the game going to be assessed. It's a tripping minor penalty, and this tripping minor penalty is going to be going against the Chicago Young Americans. Talked about the growth of the team, the growth of the sport. And this right now, this JWHL league are doing everything they can to promote the growth for women's hockey. And it's nice, and I have no problems with that at all. I mean, I have a daughter that played. I remember when she signed up to play, all the negative comments I got from parents. Not so much family and friends, but just parents, because kids just want to play sports. And in this case, my daughter wanted to play hockey, but I was actually told girls don't play hockey. Well, surprise, surprise. We've got 2 full teams, and we've got a whole league that tells you different. Now they get control, and it's growing by leaps and bounds. And, of course, if you're familiar with women's sport in Canada, especially hockey, you'll remember the name, very, very synonymous name, Hayley Wickenheiser. And she put Canada on the map, pretty much, not alone, but she had a lot to do with it. Shot up and out of play. The faceoff will be back inside the zone once again. And as we get the puck ready, it should be inside the zone, I think. Shouldn't take it outside. I'm assuming right now, on a guess, that they deflected off of one of the sticks for the Pacific Steelers. I thought she was inside the zone when she took the shot, and if she was, it obviously deflected because the linesmen are on the ice and I'm not, so that's their call. Wong, cross ice, all the way back over on the far side to Potomac. Potomac plays defense on the power play for this unit. Now they get control. Macri has it, and then she overskated the puck, and it goes back down behind the net. And coming out of the net to stop this one easily is Martins. She leaves it. Potomac breaks all the way out, gets it to the blue line, then lost her footing and fell down. They pretty much cover Potomac. They know what she's going to do. It's pretty much telegraphed, and every team's got their playbook on her. Now they come back down. Wong goes in. Potomac's the trailer. Wong deep centering pass. Shot, scores, goal! Nice goal. What a shot and what an exceptional pass as Wong set up Allen for the first goal, a power play goal in the game. That was scored at 9:15 in the first period of play coming here. And what a nice setup as you watch them break out of their own zone. And, of course, as they break out of their own zone, the interesting part with that was going inside as Potomac gets over and she let Wong go in. Potomac now skates and she goes into the front part in case they happen to make a drop pass to her. So she's got the luxury of getting a quick shot. Back out to center. The referee drops the puck between the players, and the Pacific Steelers come out. Never mind taking the early lead. They get it right from the draw once again, a second time. Now they throw it straight forward. Parton goes inside. She dumps it back in, off of the back wall this time. Chicago Young Americans in control. Cross ice, all the way out to the center ice area. Now they break their way down. Now they're heading to the front part of the net, unable to get control of it. Maloney is in there as well. Maloney's out in front. Also out in front is Onrick. Onrick goes after it. Maloney goes after it. She lost control of it. Now it's stolen and picked back up by Brown, and Brown just dumps it down the ice. Icing is waved off. That could have been like a curling shot. You could have hollered sweep it, maybe help it go across the goal line a little bit. Now they pick it back up, getting it in front of the penalty box area. They eventually dump this one back in. Nice dump in right there by Sorkin after she got over center ice area. Now Potomac comes down. She goes down the left side this time, going in, takes a high howitzer of a shot off of the wall. This is picked back up, getting it out to the center ice area. Hit the linesman in the skates, but they're offside. That's the one thing that they're teaching the officials to do right now is they're teaching them just to stand still and hold their ground and not really move. And I'm finding that a lot of officials are getting caught up in the play instead of moving. I was always taught to move and get out of the way of the play as quick as you could. Different style, different mindset of teaching officials nowadays. But the biggest thing with an official, if you're doing games, be yourself and be honest. That's the bottom line. You make a mistake, tell everybody. Again, that hits the officials in the skates, and they go back the other way. Good turnover, transition. Potomac goes down. Potomac sets it all the way back up to Wong. Wong breaks her way in on the right side this time. She has control of it. Back behind the goal line. Never mind being like a wandering minstrel. She's like the wandering defenseman out on the ice right there, and they couldn't get control of this one. Now they go back the other way. Parton couldn't get control. Cross ice, far side. Shot, scores! Nice goal by Bloomer after she received an exceptional cross-ice pass. And that goes low, this time low on the glove side of the young goaltender Martins that was unable to stop that one going in. Game is tied at 1. 2 goals about maybe almost 2 minutes apart. Not quite 2 minutes apart. Last goal was at 10:45. This one's at 9:10. So probably about 1 minute and 45 seconds apart between both goals so far in the game. From the draw, they pick it back up. Now they turn inside their own blue line. Katzman has it. Katzman gives this one back over. Cross ice on the far side this time over to Munson. Munson throws it back into Katzman. Right on goal. Huge save, a little bit more extra traffic going towards the front part of the net. That seems to be the name and the play of the game right now, is that they want to get the traffic and shoot the puck. Never mind shooting the puck on young Haley Martins, but go in and challenge for the rebound. And if you can challenge for the rebound, chances are you might just get a capitalize and get a good second chance right there, or possibly even a third one. From the draw, they take it back. Lume throws it back around the back boards this time. She picks it back up, clears it, not out, blocked. Now Lume takes her player off of the puck, and they continue to throw it straight down the ice. Everybody's going after this one, all of them. Lopes comes in, lost it. Now they pick it back up. Huge shot, stopped right there, going after the rebound once again. Perez got the initial shot away, and she had a chance to get the second shot away. Now she continues to pinch back inside. Back around. Shot off of the backboards this time. Broussard comes in, out of the reach of everybody, and that goes back out the center ice area. And chasing this one back down is Macri. Macri gets it back. This time over on the far right side. They get control and dump it in. Careful to just tag up to get back onside this time. And they clear it all the way out the center ice area, and it's waved off. Said it deflected off of one of the players' sticks. And I think the one they are intending to was on Weiss's stick this time. Now the Steelers intercept this one. That was blocked and stolen right there below our broadcast location in the ice. And Brown had it for a second, waiting for it. A long stretch pass straight down the ice, cutting their way in, going all the way over. This time on the far right side. Backhand, nice shot taken right there. Placed on goal, and the young lady makes a remarkable stop once again to hold on this one. Smargy was the one that comes out. I think she's the young goaltender playing goal right now for the Chicago Young Americans. Linesman set to drop the puck. A couple players behind them move up. So now we're going to have a new center coming in and tossed. Potomac gets thrown out. They pick it back up, holding onto it. Chicago dumping it back out the center. This was almost stolen and intercepted right there by Brush, and she couldn't get control. Now it's inside the zone, and Wong will take this behind her own net. Literally stolen right there, and the wraparound right there, and Onrick was the one that intercepted that one after she took it away from Wong. Another attempted play right there on the pass, and Potomac goes back down inside her zone. Now they give this one back again, and they come back down the ice. Onrat goes back over far side, got the shot away right there, and this was well placed. And Brush comes inside. Cheese tries to get it a second time. Onrak goes after this one, unable to get control of it. Now it goes back out the center, and Munson intercepts it. Munson passed it back over, a long stretch pass down the ice. Both the teams, the young ladies come to play, but both teams seem at best right now a little bit tentative at giving 100%. Trying to get the play in. Now the latter, it's too early in the morning to have them playing, really go 100% and play, because it is an early morning game out here on this final day for the games, coming to you from the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Center at the UBC Arena. Shot block, goes back inside the corner once again. Allen is inside the corner. She dumps it all the way back out. Nice dump out pass right there, and she got it to Parton. Now they give it back to Allen. Parton couldn't reach this one. It's blocked and knocked out of the air right there, and Macri throws it straight forward. Macri lost her footing and fell down. Allen inside her own corner. She gave it back to Wong this time. Now they get it to the blue line area. Lost it. Now it's picked back up behind the goal line once again by Parton, and she just throws it around the boards all the way over, this time on the far left side, and they eventually dump it out to the center ice area. Sims goes after it. Out of the reach of Sims. Now it's inside the zone, and they all chase it back down again, and Parton's going to pick this one back up. Cross ice, back to Sims. Sims just throws this one straight forward. Would have been her percentage pass right there on that one to give it back over to Macri and reset everything up again. Now they come back inside, and they are really skating. After young goaltender Martin goes down and holds on the puck. One thing I've noticed about the Chicago Young Americans is they're really challenging and going in and trying to capitalize on a turnover from the young goaltender, seeing if they can go in and maybe create a little bit of havoc and kick the puck loose. From the draw, it's pushed loose and goes inside the corner this time by Perez as she won that draw. Now it goes over, far right side boards. They tried to get that out of the way of their own zone right there, and Keller goes down with it. Keller back inside, as is Perez. Perez goes down the left side. She overskated the puck, unable to get control of this one, and Parton comes after it. Parton stays with her player, not going to let him get loose. Waits, they're all pushing and shoving. A little bit of a scrum ensues. Players want to whistle. Referees, or the leagues, I shouldn't say the referees, the officials are instructed not to blow the whistle and keep the game going. I worry about injuries and somebody getting hurt and hit badly on those plays. They continue to press inside the corner. A bit of a push ensues right there, but play carries right on. Keller goes in, kicked inside the corner once again by Smargy. Nice play to get control of it. Now they clear it and take it back behind the net, holding on to this one once again. Chicago Young Americans being pressed in. Puck is loose right there, and the referee could not see it. She assumed that the goaltender had it, and that's a correct assumption, but as the referee blew the whistle, the puck squirted loose and come clear out the other side. And the players sometimes get frustrated with that, but sometimes if you lose sight, the best you can do is, as a referee, is just tell the players, hey, I lost sight of it. I thought you had it. Honesty pays dividends. I've mentioned that before. From the draw, they give it all the way back out to the blue line area. Nice grab, holding onto it. Broussard threw it back in the corner. Now they have it over on the right side. Lopes goes inside. She gets control a second time. Now they have it back inside the corner one more time. And they take it back behind the net. Potomac's over on the far side. They saw her and they gave it to her. She throws it back in the corner, out of the reach of everybody. And now the Chicago Young Americans are skating down the ice. Do we have an icing? No, icing is waved off. Goes right on goal, and a couple other players collided. It looked like 10-pin bowling as they were all going towards the front part of the net. So we'll reset the pins, and everybody will get back up, and they'll go on side and start all over again. 4:27 remaining in period number 1 here. Final day, game number 1. Next game starts at 10 a.m. this morning. A lot of time between both games. Should be a lot of time, depending on how the first game goes. Cross ice all the way back over, this time on the far right side. Munson had it. Munson throws it back inside the corner. She got it back to Maloney. Maloney trying to get it back out to Munson at the blue line area. They're all pushing and shoving. They fell down. A couple other players come inside to help out, unable to get control of it. Now they go back up the ice, going inside. Allen takes a huge shot. Allen chases this one back in all the way over on the far side, and Sorkin stays with her. Allen called for it, couldn't get it back to her. It was just a little bit narrowly out of her reach, and they'll go back up ice the other way, and Onrick picks it back up, getting it out to center. Steelers throwing it back inside. Nice play by Wong to throw it back inside. Allen's forechecking. Chicago Young Americans coming out of their own zone, but this was blocked and picked up inside their zone. Sagi takes a shot. That was blocked and kicked inside the corner. Over on the far right side wall this time, and now they go back out the other way, and they throw it back in, tagging themselves up. Going off on the quick line change is Allen for 1. A couple of additional players come on the ice just to make things not so much of a havoc area for everybody. Now they just shoot it around the wall. Far right side this time. This is picked back up, and Chicago will throw it straight forward. They get it back. A little bit of a give-and-go area right there, and Munson throws it straight forward. She managed to get this one all the way back over this time to Bloomer. Bloomer, the goal scorer in the game. A couple players collided inside the corner. Nothing further prevailed on that one. Now going after this one is Brown. And Brown just dumped it eventually. They got it out to center ice area, throwing it straight forward. Good back pass right there to pick it back up a second time. Bloomer is going to chase this one back inside. Going after it all the way over in the far side boards this time, and they throw it back forward. Wong tried to clear it out. Now they take it. Dangerous pass in front of their own net this time, off of the wall. It goes all the way out to the center ice area. This is stopped and picked back up. Brown's going to go after it. A couple more players collided in front of the penalty box area. Keller was one of them. She gets back up. The other one that happened to fall down was Mahoney in that case right there. Now they push it over in the far corner. Still coming inside to get control. This one is Perez. Referee says keep the play moving right there, and it goes all the way over in the far right side corner. Picking it back up. Nice play by Bloomer, and she works her way out of their own zone. Puck is dumped down the ice. Icing indicated and called right now. 2:06 remaining. First period of play. Game is tied at 1. Interesting style of game. Not the fastest paced game we've seen so far. Games yesterday that both teams played were exceptional. They both played hard. They both fought hard. Really hard. Chicago Young Americans yesterday played the Washington Pride in the game that they managed to play. Now they go back the other way, off of the wall. They're going to go back after this one in front of the penalty bar, the players' bench area, and they pick it back up. Looking at it, lost it, never got control. Now they pick it back up, and Potomac comes in. Shot, blocked, rebound, going all the way back out, taking a shot again. Potomac circles at the face-off. Unable to get it, a little bit out of her reach, but Potomac's going to go back after it and staying with her, and a couple other players coming in. A heavy check throwing right there. And this was a heavy hit throwing, so I'm not too surprised that it's a body checking penalty. That's a little bit obvious. Sometimes players throw their weight around. The one that's going off of the ice holding her right shoulder is Macri, and she'll go off and she'll be attended to. That was a heavy check. Sometimes I'd like to see, I know there's no body checking or there's incidental contact, as I like to call it. Sometimes I'd like to see if you get a penalty like that where it's a pretty much an intent hit. I would like to see a double minor penalty in instilled and called in a case like that. And I don't care which team does it, I really don't. Sometimes you go after a player, they fall and they're not expecting the hit. That's when it's easy to separate a shoulder, or dislocate an elbow, or whatever you want to do. Very easy to happen. So the Steelers are on a power play as they give the cross-ice play all the way back down. Allen takes a shot. Now they're going to pinch back in on the right side this time to Killip. Killip had it for a second. Wong is wide open at the blue line. Wong pinches in. Potomac's on the far side. They give it back inside the corner, out of the reach of Wong. She couldn't get control of it. Now they'll chase down the ice and go after this one to retreat themselves as Lopes is going to be coming inside to get control. Lopes gets it, and Martins leaves it for her. Now they leave it for Potomac, and Potomac gets out. She's squeezed against the wall over on the far left side. They break her way in. She comes in, going deep to the goal line, going in, taking a high shot, tried to go upstairs. Tried that little bit of a fancy move right there, and almost to try and put it through her legs again. But I think they've read the textbook on her. They know what she's going to do and how she's going to do it. When Potomac goes in on goal, the one thing she does is if she's on either side of the net, is she uses her body to fend off the defenders, and she tries to give herself a little bit of extra space and time to get in front of the net. They work their way back inside. Nice play to get control of it. Broussard goes in, takes a shot wide of the net. They're all chasing after this one, and Perez goes back after this one to pick it back up. Looking at it, they're coming out of the corner with it. Back out to Wong at the blue line. Cross-ice pass. Nice, well-timed pass as well. Waiting for this one, holding on to it. Keller's in front. Scrum ensues inside the corner. Broussard goes after it, and the buzzer goes to end the first period of play. So as they come back to start the second period of play, we have a tie game. And as we have a tie game right now, I don't think we're having an ice clean. I think we're just going to have a little bit of a discussion out in front of the benches right now. So they'll come back to start the second period, and as they come back to start period number 2, the one thing that we've noticed is that Chicago Young Americans will be killing a minor penalty for another 25 seconds. So interesting game. The officials not overly worked too hard so far today. I see the young lady still doing the supervision. She's still running all over the place. She should have one of those pedometers on. She puts a lot of miles on her legs over the course of this weekend. She gets more traction than we do on ours. So she's going to go in the penalty box, sit down, talk to the referees. Having a bit of a discussion, one-on-one. The coaches are talking to the players, so she's allowed and totally permitted to talk to the officials. I don't have a problem with that. A lot of people think that an official supervisor shouldn't go in and talk to the officials between periods. Sometimes they think that the supervisor is giving them a little bit of things, saying, okay, I saw this player throw a body check, you didn't call a penalty. That's not what they say. When the supervisor goes down and talks to the officials between periods, such as they're doing right now, all they're doing is it's just a positioning technique they're showing them. They're not showing them anything else, not telling them what to do. And, of course, if you really want to learn what's going on, the easiest one to send over is the one that's still in the penalty box because young Munson was watching that one. So they're watching for it. Munson's going back in the box. She says, there, hope that helped. So it all worked. That seemed to help them out. They're all back out in the ice. Nobody's hollering and throwing things at each other, so it seems to be pretty relatively calm so far out there. This is like the calm before the storm, early morning. And Lord knows we get our storm starting Friday morning out here with all the snow we've been getting. Hope everyone's enjoying the call for today's game early. You haven't even had a full cup of coffee yet. Surprise. That's a bit of a shock to me. Normally I've gone about 4 by now. Potomac takes it back in the corner all the way over, this time on the far side. They continue to press back inside. Potomac eventually gives this one back over to Wong, and Wong takes it in the corner. The two of them circle. Now Wong gets it back out to Potomac. Macri's at the blue line area. The minor penalty has expired. Teams are back 5 aside right now, and they're trying to get it all the way back out. Sorkin tried to clear it all the way out of her zone, unable to do so. Now it's back in the corner once again. Potomac's in front, waiting for the rebound, not going to get it. 2 chances right there. The wraparound in front, blocked, rolled off of the skate this time of one of the young players in front of the net, and they just kicked that one wide. That was just a lucky play. I think that hit Hernandez in the skate, which it did. Yes, it did. And she was the one that had it go off her skate in the corner, so that could have saved a clear-cut goal. So Hernandez got the better of that one. Waiting, coming off of the wall once again. They're still fighting for control of it. And Lopes goes after it. Now they pick it back up. Far side, Macri comes in. Kicked inside the corner once again by Smargy. Smargy kicked that one back out. They're not counting shots on goal in the game right now. I really wish they would, but they're not. So all I can say and let you know is one team's had a whole bunch and the other team hasn't had enough. So they come out their own zone. Nice play to get it back out. Allen throws it straight down far side. Careful to get onside and stay onside that time. Pretkelis had it for a second. She dumped it back out to the center ice area. They're all going to go after this one. This is Lume that has it. Lume had it. Then she lost it. Now it goes back inside the corner once again. And Bloomer is going to chase this one down. Now Bloomer decides to go off on a change over on the far side. Pinned against the corner. And Allen's going to take this one back behind her own net. Allen holds onto it. No rush in her play right now. She's trying to set a few things up. And they'll turn and go back the other way. And Brown will take this back behind her own net. Just throwing it. Far side. Lume gave it back to her this time. Long stretch pass on a one-hopper all the way down the ice. Icing is waved off. No call being made on this play. Pretkelis has it. Far side. Long stretch pass all the way back out to the center ice area. And this is picked back up over in front of the bench as they cross the blue line. Quick players coming back out. Shot taken wide of the net right there. Smargy was one that watched that one just roll wide of the net. Not going to let them get an extra chance on goal to get that one through. Now they break their way in. Off of the boards, a two-hopper right there. That could have been a dangerous play right there, but Martins played that well. She just watched it, and just like a typical back catcher, she went down and put her body in front of it to make that initial stop. That's what they're taught. Now they clear it out to the center ice area. Block stolen, stopped once again. They maintain it. Now they go back inside, and they clear it all the way back out the center, and Parton's going to chase this one all the way down the ice. And we have an icing call on the play, so as Parton chases it back down, face-off will be in the other end. Long days out here and longer nights. There was a story about that and a song written about that, wasn't there? I think there was, Danny, long days. I seem to recall that in my younger years. From the draw, Potomac pushes it straight forward. It goes inside the corner this time. Megan Lai comes inside. She goes after it and stays with it this time. She goes after this one and challenges it. Macri tried to keep it onside, unable to do so, and now Onrick will come down. Onrick goes to the middle. This is stolen by Potomac, and she takes it off of her stick. Now they come all the way up to the blue line, across the line, going inside. Potomac goes in, tries to cut back to the middle. She went to the outside, and the puck went to the inside, and she misplayed it. Now they go back. They tag up at the blue line. Potomac's going down. She'll go off on a line change. Back out to the blue line, keeping it onside. Now it goes out to center. In the zone, they dump it. The Steelers working pretty hard to get the shot on goal. They haven't been able to capitalize on a couple of their shots, but they've had a few good, solid shots so far. Onrick goes down. She's had a couple of good shots on goal. Now she just goes off on a change. Chicago Young Americans, they change 5 off, 5 on. Allen throws it straight forward this time. All the way up to Broussard. Broussard goes back inside the zone, going after it. Allen was going to chase it down. Stopped and kept onside by Lume. Off of the backboards. Allen takes it back behind the net now. Allen's pushed off of the puck by Weiss. Weiss stays with her on goal. Bit of a scramble ensues. I think Smargy was the one that was going to hold on that one, but they just reached out and grabbed this one. Now they come back inside, cutting to the middle, going inside, trying to get the shot away. That was Bloomer. Bloomer centers it back out in front once again. And the Steelers come out of their own zone, straight up the middle this time. Now they decide to go all the way down, and on the right side this time, they rip this one back in. Lopes threw it in. They have a line change going, and now they come up the ice the other way. A good play to work their way back down. That's Hernandez that breaks the way in. Overskated the puck. Back out to Kellop in front of the penalty box area, and they'll go the other way. Kellop initially dumped this one back in, and she's going to stay with the player on the far side. A little bit of a push on the far side. McMahon that was the one that got pushed off of the puck. No harm, no foul. Perez holds on to it. She gives it all the way back this time. Nice little bit of a dish pass to Parton, and Parton throws it straight forward. Kellop's going to chase this one back inside the corner. They're all pushing after it. Now Kellop continues to press inside. Potomac goes after it, out of her reach. Now they go it back over on the far right side corner, and Parton gets it back a second time. Kellop's up. Back pass, inside, going inside, cutting back to the middle once again. Pushed off of the puck. Play carries right on. No call on the play right there. Alina was pushed off of the puck. Now they come out of the corner. Alina's in front. Shot, rebound, going after it a second time. And what a good chance, because Alina had a couple of solid chances right there. And this is picked back up by Killip. She clears it out of the zone. Up the center, breaking in on the left side this time. Brown goes in. Brown had it. Lost it. Now Sims takes a shot. Bounces over on the far side. And Wong is going to come in from the blue line to get control of it. And they steal it. Quick line change should ensue right now for the Steelers. And it happened. They were caught off because the Chicago Young Americans are breaking out of their own zone. And that pass could have really hurt the Steelers had it got through traffic. Just didn't set up the way that the Chicago Young Americans wanted it to. Now they break the way in. All the way coming inside, going after. This one is Alina. Alina stays with Wong. Pair number 5's going after it. Far side, Allen going after this puck. Never got control of it. They didn't give it to her. Lume gets it. She gets over the center line and throws it back inside. Good play by Lume to get control of this one. Now they go back, and Sorkin has it. Sorkin goes after it. She dumps it back inside the corner. Shot kicked inside the corner once again. And as the puck is kicked inside the corner, they're all pushing for it. They're all coming in trying to help out and get some extra assistance right there. Allen takes it back behind the net. Lume is at the blue line, and Lume pinches back in. She tried to block the cutout and not going to get control of this one. Icing is waved off once again, and this is stopped and picked back up by Brown. Brown circles. Easily just left this one this time for Lai. Giving it back over on the far right side to Lume, and Lume throws it all the way back up to Allen. And Allen goes inside. What a sweet move at the blue line to keep on side. Turning, she pretended she was going to go to the inside, then kept her body to the outside as well as the puck. Good, smart transition play right there to get that one working in their favor. Brush comes in. Brush is pushed off of the puck just inside the corner by Broussard. Caleb Broussard goes after this one, picks it back up. Macri give this one back over, and this is stopped by Smargy, and she goes on and holds on this one. 12-12 remaining, period number 2. Game is tied at 1. Both teams, again, relatively tentative out here. Early morning, Sunday morning, from the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Center here, University of British Columbia Endowment Lands. As we mentioned before, 3 arenas, Father Bauer, Pro-Trans, and this one. Now they clear it all the way back out to the center. Picking it back up, dumping it back in. Macri goes after it. Now they'll chase it back inside their own zone once again, and Parton goes after it, and Parton just gives it back over this time to Macri on the far right side. This was stolen, kept on side, holding on to it inside the blue line right there was Hernandez, and Hernandez just couldn't finish that play off. It's dumped down the ice, so we have an icing call once again, and it'll be back inside the Pacific Steelers end zone. We've got some life in the crowd today. I thought everybody in the stands, other than myself and Danny and Bruce, I thought everybody else was sleeping. It's a relatively quiet crowd so far today. Pretty much you can hear a pin drop, but we do have people cheering, so it sort of caught me off guard. I was scared. I didn't know whether I should jump or fall down. They're taking it back, centering right through the crease right there. This goes back, and now they eventually get it all the way back out to the center ice area. Sorkin goes after it. She couldn't get control of it. Now they have control. Nice little bit of a back pass right there by McMahon. Back over to Sorkin. Sorkin gets it back. A little bit of a give and go right there. Now Sorkin throws it straight forward. Trying to get it straight up the ice this time to Bloomer, but it was out of her reach. Now they give it back over to Lume, and Lume throws it inside the corner. Centering back out in front. Block, stop. No rebound given on that play. And they picked it back up again. Lume gets it after they saw her to give it to her. Wide open. She throws that back inside. Off of the wall in the far right side corner this time. Potomac is behind the net. Centering pass. Dangerous giveaway right there. And that could have been a costly move as they worked their way straight down. Bloomer comes in. Breaks her way in. Lume stays with her. Takes the puck off her. Nice back checking by young Lume. Watch that. Dad taught her that move. I guess the question is does she remember Dad playing, or did she ever see Dad play? Other than YouTube videos. I guess that's the best way to put it. Jyrki Lumi was a good player. Very, very much a solid player. A stay-at-home defenseman as well. But he had some good moves. Now we go back. Sometimes it sort of runs in the family. Scramble in front. Rebound. Shot going a little bit wide of the net. Not going to get that one through. And Katzman was the one that had the chance. Now they dump it down the ice. Icing indicated. And again, we have another icing call with a face-off again inside the zone for the Pacific Steelers. 10-16 remaining. Second period of play. Still a tie game. Not a bad crowd. Family, friends, diehard supporters have come out. Ventured through the miserable weather we have in Canada's nasty West Coast this morning to get back out to the arena. Myself and Danny and Bruce, we were not going to venture in this last night. We went down the road, had a bite to eat, and come back, and as strange as it sounds, we slept on the floor in the referee's room. And we're still alive to talk about it. And best part is it didn't have to pay and give a credit card to pay 50 or 75 bucks for a hotel room. Iceman here was very, very hospitable and treated us good. Mind you, we bought him a coffee this morning when we came back, so that was good. I don't think he turned that one back down. Alina goes back down far side, careful to stay on side. Katzman goes in, shot against the wall all the way over on the far right side this time. Weiss pinches back to her own position. Allen comes in, tries to get around Weiss, unable to do so. Pretkelis lost her footing and fell down. Oh, she fell down because we have a penalty call. That's what we're going to have. Going to have a body checking penalty going right now. This is where the guilty party goes to the penalty box for what they hope is a full 2 minutes. And the young lady that's going in the penalty box is Alex Allen. So the faceoff will be outside in the neutral zone. Not sure why the faceoff is on that side. You know why the faceoff's going on those sides? I'll be honest. You know why? Because officials are taught, referees, to stay away from the players' benches and try and take all faceoffs on that side. But that one, the faceoff should have been taken on this side. That's just the way they're taught nowadays. Different rules, different mindset, which is fine. They go back down across the blue line. Bloom comes inside. She goes after it. Bloomer goes inside the corner once again after she passed it back over. Nice little pass by Kratzman. Now Katzman gets it back. Bloomer's on the right side. They saw her. They gave it to her. Back out to Katzman. Katzman looks, dishes this one back over on the far side wall this time. Good play to get it back. Now they've got to retreat all the way out to center ice to pick this one back up. Still a minute and 20 seconds remaining in the power play. 8:45 remaining, period number 2, and the game is tied at 1. They break their way in. Looks, forcing her wide to the outside, not going to let her get the shot on. That's Bloomer that passed it back behind the net, trying to get control of this one. Maloney is in there as well. Maloney back again to Bloomer. Now Maloney goes in front, trying to get it to her. Shot high over top of the net, and they pick this one back up again on a real strange bounce. Chicago Young Americans pressing back inside. Nice shot taken by Katzman. Tip narrowly missing the outside post. Also coming back in for the rebound was Bloomer. She's not going to get this one. This one back passed by Onrat. Onrat goes after her player and stays with Macri, and Macri goes after it. Wong coming inside to try and hold on to it. They were looking for a stoppage of play, but not going to get it in that play. Katzman, huge shot. Block, kick, post, no goal. Lucky shot, but boy, oh boy, I'd kiss the goalpost if I was a goaltender right now because that could have been the save of the game right there. Good old U.S. Steel comes to life once again. Across the line, cutting, back to the middle, breaking the way in, going in, forehand, backhand, pushed off of the puck. Play was literally taken away from him this time, and Lopes was stolen and dismembered by the puck right there, and she wasn't going to get the shot on goal, but she finished it off, but it was just a real weak shot, not what she expected or even anticipated. Allen stands up. Minor penalty is expired. Back on the ice once again. Potomac comes in. I think we have a penalty coming up. I think Potomac's going to be getting this minor penalty. Again, they're pushing and shoving and pushing and shoving, and we have a cross-checking penalty. And I'm the only one that's skating towards the penalty box is Potomac. She got that one as she was breaking inside behind the net. Coaches get frustrated. They don't mind you taking penalties sometimes in your own defensive zone. They get pretty frustrated sometimes when you take I'm not sure whether we have a timeout or what. Oh, we have a timeout call. This time, this is by the Chicago Young Americans. They have called a timeout. Both goaltenders were a little bit indecisive as to whether they were going to call a timeout. Should they go to the bench? What should they do? What shouldn't they do? Back to my train of thought. Coaches get upset and frustrated. They don't mind you taking penalties sometimes between your own center line and your own blue line, or even possibly in your own defensive zone. But when you take penalties in the attacking zone and possibly give up the puck and allow the other team to break all the way out of their zone to come down the ice, that's when coaches get upset. Sometimes a penalty 200 feet away from the puck just makes coaches pull their hair out and go gray. They don't like that. They want to know what they're going to do. They want to know how they're going to coach it. And they're doing a good job. Both coaches doing remarkable right now. Both coaches, again, giving instruction to their players on the ice. Jeff Eaton having a little bit of words of wisdom with his players, the Pacific Steelers. So I think we're ready to go. So the 30-second timeout is extended to a minute almost. This is where, as a referee, you just blow the whistle. Thank you. It's like she's got a headset inside her helmet. She heard me say, blow the whistle. That's where you blow the whistle once and you just get them going. And sometimes as a referee, you get a 30-second timeout. And if you're being supervised for that as a referee, for your timeout, your overall game maintenance management, I know supervisors that are just really mean and vicious. Some of them, they want to help and they want to make you better. And sometimes I think they think that's a better way to do it. Not necessarily always the case. Now they go back up ice the other way and they break the way in. Onrick comes inside, deep to the goal line, all the way over on the far right side this time, and she goes after it. Macri goes after this one. She just dumps it back behind the net once again, chasing it back around. Never managed to get control of this one. They shoot it all the way back inside their corner once again. They're continuing to go after it, clearing it on the boards, far right side this time. Dumped it back out to the blue line. Nice play to get it. Katzman goes in. They're on the power play. They give this one back over on the far right side. Now they're clearing it out to the blue line. Katzman's calling for it. Not going to get it to her this time. This time they give it back over. So Sukup, and Sukup had it, and she kept it back in at the blue line all the way over. Far side this time. Sukup's calling for it. Never got it to her. Onrick is there. Centers it pass. Back out in front once again. Maloney takes a shot. Narrowly missing the post this time. Unable to capitalize on this one, but what a good chance to capitalize and possibly put one on the board and put them up by 1 goal, taking a 2-1 lead. Straight out. Maloney gets up the center, over center, cross ice, far side. They're going to go inside the corner right now. Pushing for it. Still trying to get control. Couldn't get control this one. Broussard stayed with her. Never allowed her to get loose. Now Broussard goes back after this one against the wall inside the corner. A couple of additional players come inside to help out. One of them is Shane Maloney, and Maloney tried to push this one loose. Eventually comes out of the corner with it, centers it all the way back out the blue line, stopped, kept on side of the blue line. A back pass. This was just dumped back behind the net this time by Bloomer, and they clear it back around. Now Bloomer's back out in front. Back again, they just dumped it down the ice. Nice centering pass that time by Onrick. Onrick got it all the way down the ice that time, but not able to get it on goal for the back pass as it rolled right through the goal crease. Behind their own net, 10 seconds. Potomac stands up. 5 seconds remaining in the minor penalty for Potomac. I know the coaching staff would much rather have her on the ice than in the penalty box. Now they go back down across the blue line. Broussard comes in, taking a shot off of the boards all the way over, this time on the far left side. Potomac pinches back in. She's going to chase this one down over on the far right side this time, trying to get control of it. And this is stopped and stolen. Just rang around the wall on the far left side by Katzman this time. Katzman unable to clear it out. Potomac throws it back over. Wong takes a shot. Big save taken right there. And Smargie, she comes out and holds on. This one a huge, huge stop. So far, very, very remarkable. Nice play for her to come out and make that save. Knows exactly what she's going to be doing and how it should happen. And she did exactly what she wanted. So from the dock, goes all the way back out to the blue line. Unable to clear it out of the zone. Smargie was the one that steered this one inside the corner. Now they shoot it against the boards over on the far right side. Not out of the zone. Now they get control again and dump it straight forward. And they threw it back up to Hernandez. And Hernandez is going to trail and go back inside the zone once again. Her own zone, not the attacking zone. She wants to go in the attacking zone, just unable to do it right now. Velji comes inside. Velji goes after this one. She picks it up back inside the corner. Still fights for it. Velji presses inside. Throws it back out. Attempting to get it back out to the blue line this time. Not able to do it. Now Velji pitches back in. Gets it back to Lume. And Lume throws it back over to Potomac. Potomac looks. Throws it back over. Lume throws it straight forward. But Potomac intercepts this one instead. Gives a back pass. Back up to Lume. Back over to Velji. And Velji dumps it back inside the corner. And this is picked back up once again by Predkelis. She throws it straight up the center. Now they break the way in. Nice play to go back inside. McMahon comes in, centering and right through the front part of the goal crease. Good play by McMahon to finish that play off and at least get the finishing shot on goal. McMahon goes after it a second time. Now they come back down across the line. Lumi goes wide, goes to the outside. Goaltender barking out instructions. You can hear her from the back end right there. Triana Smargie, she's the one that's in the crease right now for the Chicago and Young Americans, playing very, very well. Very, very vocal goaltender. You can hear her. At least we can sure hear her from our location, way up in the beams here at the arena. They break inside, taking a shot. Nice stop. Throw it inside the corner by Martins, and she made another stop. Well played. They pick this one back up. A scramble ensues all the way over on the far right side. And the Steelers get up the center ice area, straight down. Over in the right side corner this time. Lai comes inside. She throws it back. They take it. Stole it. Lai comes inside. She gets it one more time. And now she'll take it back behind the net. She comes out the corner all the way over on the far right side this time. Wong has to go back to her blue line. Wong as well as Brown, the two defensive pairings out there. Clearing it back. Bloomer comes in. Bloomer throws this one back around this time to Sukup. And Sukup had it for a second. Now going off on a change on the far side is Alina. Fresh legs on the ice for the Chicago Young Americans. They break all the way in. Potomac comes in. Goes to the middle part of the ice. Far side takes a shot. Narrowly missing the outside post. And they pick this one back up. In control of it. They're still fighting for it. Back behind the line once again. Keller goes after it. Keller still fighting for it. Throws it back out to the blue line. Keller's going to go after this one a second time, and they throw it to Perez. And Perez does the centering pass back out, but this is stolen by Allen. Allen over on the far side. Shot taken. Tipped in front. Not able to get the hold of the rebound. Allen now comes in again and goes to the wall on the far left side this time. Takes a shot. Tipped in front. Rolls off with a stick this time was Sorkin. And Sorkin unable to clear it out. Allen throws it right through the blue paint in front of the crease. That was extremely dangerous right there. And Allen pinches back in. That was almost is not enough for them. They break their way in. Right on goal. Big save. Holding on to this one for a stoppage of play. And Martins wisely holds on this one for a face-off. 1:32 remaining. Period number 2. Game is tied at 1. So this being the final day. One more game after this one. And of course, the key for these games today so far, simple fact, with one more game played, if it's tied, they will not play overtime. They continue to just go to the dressing rooms with a tie, and each team will get a point. Now they go back all the way over, far side. Referee gets out of the way so she doesn't get run over. Now they break their way all the way out of their own zone, inside the zone. Cutting in front, taking a shot. Couldn't get this one on to, well, she got on target, just couldn't bury it in the top part where Potomac likes to put them all the time. That seems to be her secret of success, is putting them off top of the goaltender's shoulders. Now they retreat inside their own zone. Wong goes after it. Last minute in the second period right now. Wong is pushed against the wall. Carrying after this one. Going after it is Bloomer. Bloomer goes after it. Potomac stays with her. Now they give it back to Hernandez. Hernandez throws it back to the middle part. A back pass pushed off of the puck easily right there by McMahon. Hernandez comes in. She overskated the puck. Now McMahon goes after her check. And again, it got tagged up in the linesman's feet. Potomac goes after it. Shot inside by Wong, and now we have a 5-off and 5-on line change for the Pacific Steelers. Far side, unable to keep it onside was Lume. Lume throws it back out to the middle part of the ice. Blocked and stolen all the way back over. This time it was intercepted by Velji, and Velji was the initial one that set that whole play up. Velji's coming in over on the far left side, pinching back in, unable to get it. Lume throws it back inside to Perez. Perez goes after it. Stop, turn, twisting back inside the corner, and Weiss has it. She throws it out to center. Long shot taken right on goal, and the buzzer goes. Obviously knew the clock was going down, and they knew exactly what they had to do with it. So as the two teams finish period number 2, I think they are, indeed. I'm just looking. They were all sitting on the bench for a minute. I wasn't sure whether they were going off on the line change or the dressing room or not. But they are indeed. They're going to the dressing room. They're going to have a bit of a well-deserved rest right now. We will get the ice surfaced by the Zamboni driver here in the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Center. Canada's snowy west coast, as we like to call it today. We'll take a bit of a timeout. The game is tied at 1. Grab us up another cup of coffee, make some bacon and eggs. Come on back and join us for period number 3 right after this. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Period number 3 just started. Drop the puck, and the two teams are back at it. Game is tied at 1 after 2 periods of play. Pacific Steelers wearing the red and white with the red pants jerseys. And pants, icing is waved off. And the Chicago Young Americans wearing pretty much the New York Rangers style colored jerseys. I thought even from Chicago it would have been more of the Chicago Blackhawks type. But that's just according to Steve. That's my rules. Doesn't always work that way. They pick it back up inside the corner. Hope everyone listening in from Chicago is enjoying the broadcast coming to you from the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Center, UBC area of Canada's West Coast. They dump it all the way back inside. Good little bit of a dump in right there. And the Chicago Young Americans go off on a quick line change. 5 off, 5 on. A little bit of a somewhat slower tempoed game today than what we've seen them play yesterday. Of course, it's the last day, and the teams have to make their way out to the airport immediately, or pretty much immediately following this, to make their way back home. Hope they don't have any time delays. I know we've had a little bit of a travel delay at the airport yesterday. And some of the teams that left last night, heading back to Boston, for example, they had to be at the airport this morning. They were saying at 5 o'clock to catch an early flight. Dumped inside, all the way over in the far right side corner this time. Lume picks it back up. She throws it back over. Right side, blocked it, stopped it, never got this one all the way back out. Now eventually tried to. Keller goes after it. They just throw it back, and Keller continues to press in. Almost a steal right there. And just a little bit narrowly out of the reach right there of Killip. Now they go back inside. Back behind their own net, holding on to this one. Brown picks it back up. Good play by Brown to get it all the way back down. Inside the zone still. They're pressing back inside a second time, and Keller goes in. Keller unable to get the puck this time away and get it free from Munson. Munson gets it back out to the center ice area, throwing it straight down to Alina, and Alina throws it back in off of the wall on the far left side this time. Alina going off on a line change. Couple off and a couple on right now for Chicago Young Americans. This will go off of the boards right down in front of the young goaltender, and she's going to hold on this. Smargie will hold on to it. Now she throws it straight forward after they tried to clear it back out. Stopped, blocked by Potomac. She goes all the way wide on the far side this time, picks it back up, deep to the boards. She maintains possession and takes it back behind the net. Fends her opposition off with her body, holding on to it. Now she throws it back against the boards, holding on to it. Potomac's going off on a line change, gets somebody else back out. And they're pressing back inside. Wong was pushed off of the puck. They get back up and go back after it a second time. Also pushed off of the puck right there easily was Velji, but Velji gets back up. They're going to take this one inside the corner, challenging after it. Parton comes inside. She was unable to get control of it. Sims is out there. Sims called for it, not going to get control. Wong throws it over on the far side this time, giving it back over to Velji. Velji gets up and over center and throws this one in off of the back boards this time. They pick it back up. No urgency showing so far in their stride, and they just dump it back down. It's going right on goal, so they'll hold on to it, and Martin's left this one easily for her own player. Now they come out to center. Blocked, intercepted, not going to get the pass through traffic that way. They go back inside. They misplayed it. Now they come back up ice the other way. They'll throw it straight forward. One little hopper off of the boards. They'll go back over. A couple players collide inside the corner. Slow to get up. They both eventually get back up. No rush in their play right now. They're looking at going off on a possible change. At least the Steelers player is. I think she might have got the worst of that after she fell down and took a heavy check. Against the boards, back inside the corner once again. This is picked back up easily by Sorkin there. Both teams are tired out here this morning. It seems like the alarm clock was set way too early for them. And you know something? I'm not going to argue with them because it was. I'd mentioned earlier on, at least they went home or went to the hotel room and had to sleep in their hotel room overnight. Somewhat different from what we did. A whole bunch different from what we did. Shot kicked inside the corner. They're going to go after this one again, trying to clear it back out. Never got out of their own zone this time, and they pick it back up again. They throw it back towards the net, off of the backboards. They're going to steal it, and Potomac will pick this one back up. Overskate of the puck. Never got control of it. They go back the other way, and they dump it back in. Sokup goes in. She takes the shot. This is blocked. Cross ice all the way over on the far side. They're coming out of their own zone again, and they're going off on a quick line change. The girls are exactly, all of them, both players, all the players on both teams look absolutely tired. Shot that hit the referee below the our broadcast area. She's okay. She goes back and gets herself involved in the play. And the Chicago Young Americans trying to clear it out. This is blocked and stopped and kept onside by Perez, and Perez got part of his shot away. Now they'll go back inside the zone. They're going to challenge after this one. Nice shot taken by Katzman. Kicking this one wide was Martins. Now it goes out to the blue line area. Holding on it. Blocked, stolen, picked back up again by Perez, and she comes in over on the right side this time. She takes it. They throw it back behind the line. Chasing this one back is Weiss. Weiss tried to clear it out. Never got control of it. Now they'll pick it back up over on the right side, and Killip has it. Killip turns inside the corner. Weiss stays with her. They all push. Weiss still going back after it again. Now Weiss manages somehow to get control of the puck and get it back. Katzman had it. They dumped it back down the ice. Inside the zone. They're all going after this one. Alina comes in. She has it inside the corner. Lume stays with her. Alina gobs the back pass. She was pushed off the puck by a couple of players, and Potomac comes out with it. Nice long stretch pass. Stick to stick, tape to tape. Breaking the way in, going back inside. Keller goes in, takes a shot. That rolls wide. Now they give it back over on the far right side, and Sorkin has it. Sorkin threw it. Not out of the zone, though, and this is picked back up, and they go back the other way, and Onrick has control. Onrick for the Chicago Young Americans, straight out her own side, all the way up the center ice area, up and over center, and they just dish this one back inside. Nice little bit of a long, leisurely pass. Onrick gets it right on goal, and we have another stoppage of play. 13:37 remaining. Period number 3. The game is tied at 1, and I'm sure some of these girls right now would much rather be watching TV or just playing, having their feet up, just having a nice cup of tea or something, just taking it easy and relaxing. Even though they're playing, both teams, we've said it before, look very, very tired. And they've had a long weekend, so you've got to give both the teams a credit for that because they've really worked hard, and we have seen some exceptional hockey. Very, very intense hockey and entertaining, to say the least. You're getting your money's worth. You don't even have to go watch a Michael Moore show. This is more fun than going to the cinema. They take it back over behind the line, over on the far right side this time. This is picked back up by Velji. Velji tried to clear it back out. They eventually threw it back out to the center ice area. Sims is going to go after it. It was out of her reach. She couldn't get control of it. Now Wong throws it straight down the ice. Icing call and a face-off back inside the Pacific Steelers end zone. Well, this time it's going to be over in the right of the young goaltender. And, of course, Haley Markins, the young goaltender is playing in. They come back. They line themselves up for the lineup for the face-off. Coaching staff just talking to the players over on the bench. Not a lot of vocal conversation going so far on the bench. We've already had one timeout utilized by Chicago. And that was in the second period, so the only team that has a timeout permitted still are the Pacific Steelers. Potomac comes inside. She goes after this one, able to get control of it. Pretkus goes after it. Now we have an offside on the play right there, so the faceoff will be outside in the neutral zone once again. Linesman ready to take the draw. And again, I have no idea why they're taking the faceoff on that side. The faceoff should go on the other side of the ice. The faceoff goes on the side that the puck crosses on. You don't arbitrarily take it over in front of the players' benches. And I know exactly why they're doing it, because the referee said so. I know that because I've been in that situation. You put them over there and because you don't want somebody from the bench hollering at you. Nobody's going to holler. If at anything, this time in the morning, they're all going to whisper. Shooting it inside the zone. Back out to the neutral ice zone. They turn. Potomac has control. Back pass. Nice little bit of a back pass right there on the display right there to get this one all the way back. And Brown had it for a second. Now Brown gets it back a second time. Straight up to Potomac. She comes down. Huge shot taken. Nice stop right there. And this was thrown in the corner by Smargie. And she had control. Got it. Now she's sort of shaking her trapper a little bit. Now she gets it all set up. She's ready for another quick shot should they happen to take one. Now they come off of the wall. Cutting all the way back. Over skate of the puck. I never got control of it. Now they get up and over center. Breaking the way in. Good hustle show right there. And Bloomer comes in. She goes deep. Takes a high shot off the top part of the glass. Now it rings around the top part of the boards. It goes all the way back out to the center ice area. Perez goes after it. She's unable to get control of it. Now they go back inside once again, and Bloomer still has control. She's back inside the corner with it. We have a delayed penalty coming up, and this minor penalty is going to be going against the Chicago Young Americans. So we have a slashing minor penalty. So slashing minor penalty. Face-off is going to be on the ice. This time it's taking in the proper spot. It's out front of the penalty box area. Exactly where it should be. So fresh legs coming on to the ice right now for the Pacific Steelers. 5-on-4. So they will come inside for the draw, putting their stick down, waiting for it. Lopes goes inside. She takes it and pulls it all the way back, this time to Wong. Wong gives it back over to Potomac. Potomac dishes it back inside. Unable to get control. This one was Broussard. It was just a little bit out of her reach, and they'll retreat inside their own corner to pick this one back up. Wong leaves this for Potomac. Now Potomac leaves it back for Wong, and Wong went one way and the puck went the other way. Now she overskated the puck. They still have to go back and retreat to get control of it. Not the best breakout pattern I've seen so far by the team. I've seen them do a lot better sometimes. They still go inside, shooting it all the way down the ice once again. And Wong is going to come back down inside her own zone, but they're both being out-hustled on the play. The wraparound, they're turning it back around. Good play by the Chicago Young Americans to work their way all the way back inside their own zone, and that was Onrick that had control of it. She just went from one end to the other, and now Onrick goes off on a line change. Blocked by Potomac, and Amy Potomac takes it back behind her own line, throws it straight forward up the middle part of the ice. They just get control and rips this one all the way back in off of the back boards this time. 10:20 remaining. Third period of play, long pass down the ice. We have an icing called and a face-off back inside the zone once again. So as long stretch pass, never really set things up the way they wanted right now. 51 seconds remaining in the power play for the Pacific Steelers. 10:14, third period. Linesman drops the puck. Potomac takes it, pushed it straight forward this time. She eventually got this one back over to Sims, and Sims throws it back up. Now it's dished back inside the corner, and the Steelers will retreat to pick this one up. Out to center ice area. Inside the zone is Velge. Velge's doing a good job to chase this one back down. Funny bounce off of the wall this time. Now Martin said to be very careful on this one. Now the cross ice pass. They're going to go back after this one again, and they finally get it back out. Center ice area. They're coming back inside. In the corner. Number 9, that's Sims has it. Sims goes after this one. They pick this one back up. Velge goes after it. Giving it back over. Looking at it. Sims has control of it. She turns inside the corner now. She's trying to come off of the wall with it, holding on to this one. Brown is out there as well. Minor penalty has expired. The teams are back, 5 aside. I don't think Brown knew she was there. She goes after the puck. So the icing is waved off, and the only reason the icing is waved off because Brown played the player instead of chasing the puck back down for the icing call. Potomac comes in, goes forehand, shot, top, scored, over top of the shoulder, and she puts one on the board. She pulled it back and caught the young goaltender going down and puts one up top, over top of her shoulder. I can say one thing about the Steelers. When Amy Potomac goes to college, she is really going to be missed because they really utilize her on every key opportunity they can. She's got such an explosive shot, a good long stride, and she's going to be a tough young lady to replace. But no doubt, Jeff Eaton and staff have a good, solid core of young players coming up behind Amy Potomac to work, and Potomac to come out and take her place. Now they go back after it. It's in front of the penalty box area. Onrick throws it back inside. Now we'll see if there's a little more urgency in the stride so far for the Chicago Young Americans. Play seemed to be getting down to a dull roar the last little while. No one was really had any urgency in their stride. Now it'll pick up a little bit with a 2-1 game. No longer a tied game. Shooting it back over. Nice play on the far right side this time. Keller throws it straight forward. They break in left side. Killip gives a cross ice pass all the way over on the far right side this time, and this is tipped all the way back out to the center ice area. Brown kicks it back over far side. Now they're trying to throw it straight up to the middle part of the ice once again, and Killip has control of it. She dumps it in the zone. Far side over on the right side boards, this time by Lopes. Lopes goes after it. Couldn't clear it out of her own zone this time, and they go back and keep control of it inside their own zone. Now they get out to center, up and over center as well, and clean it off of the backboards. Out of the net to stop this is Martins. They leave this one over on the far side. Wong picks it back up. She dumps it down the ice. Icing is waved off by both of the young officials doing the lining job right now. Now they take it back off of the boards. They hold on to it. Shooting it around the wall. Picked back up. Now they go back up to the center ice area. inside the corner. They blocked it and stopped it this time. Parton was the one that took her off of the puck, and Parton continues to stay with her. Now they give it back over to Potomac, and Potomac will come out of her own zone. Up to the center ice area. Potomac, the two of them, they just decide to lead this one back over on the far right side. Potomac's in front of the goal. And Chicago slow to work their way out of their own zone, but they managed to get it inside the attacking zone. Nice play by Bloomer to hustle in and get control of this one. Now Potomac picks up some speed down the right side, across the line, inside. Potomac off of the back wall this time. She holds onto it. Bit of a drop pass right there. Back over to Lopes, and Lopes clears it back out to the line, but it was out of the reach of everybody, so she couldn't put her stick on this one. Now they go back the other way. Shot hit the linesman. Had nowhere to go. So Alina comes straight down. Left side. Alina goes in, sends a drop pass. Nice play by Alina to get control of it back. Now she got it eventually back after she set this one back up. Katzman got the shot away. Katzman pinching back inside. Alina comes inside now. Out of her reach. She's not going to get control of it. Now they go back the other way. Munson's out there. Munson forces her wide to the outside. Chasing this one back down is Sorkin. She was pushed off of the puck. Now they go back up ice. Just shooting it all the way back out in front of the penalty box area. Brown throws it inside. And Chicago Young Americans are slow to work it out of their own zone. Eventually they will. Long pass, dumping it out to center. Brown stole this one. Now Brown will come in all the way over left side this time. Nobody with her. Sorkin stays with it. That's the only one. Only problem was the other team. She still has control. Center in front, swing and a miss. Nice shot taken right there, and Allen got the shot, but that shot was blocked. Now they go over on the far sidewall this time, and Alina comes down. Alina goes to the net. Potomac pushes her player off of the puck, and play carries right on. Now they go out to the blue line area. Dumped back, going back inside. Now Potomac picks this one back up, but it's going to be called because it's a glove hand pass. So as we have a glove hand pass of a face-off right, I think they're going to take it outside the neutral. No, they're going to take it deep inside the zone right now because it was caused by the defending team. In this case, it was caused by the Steelers. So from the draw, they pull it back inside the corner, holding on to it, giving it back over to Wong. Wong throws it straight forward. Now they get it back up the middle part of the ice. Keller comes in. She throws it back inside. Chasing it back down on the far side wall this time is going to be Killip. Killip stays with it. Also pinching in from the D position is Perez, and it was out of Perez's point of view. Wong goes after this one, unable to get control. Perez is still there. Onrick is in there as well. Now they throw it far side. Nice cross pass over for them to get it out. Weiss has control. She gets up over center, throws it all the way back down. And this is off of the back wall. Blocked and not kept onside this time. This is stolen, literally stolen. At the blue line, over on the right side this time. Knocked forward, straight forward right there by Bush, but she couldn't put her stick on it. Now they throw it back inside. Coming inside to chase this one back down is Onrick. Onrick stays with her. Wong clears it out to the right side boards, clearing it back out to the center, and Keller comes up the center, and Keller eventually dishes this one back over to Killip on the far side. Keller goes after her. And now the Chicago Young Americans, they get all the way back out of their own zone, up the center and over center and down the ice. Shot grabbed right there. Nice stop to hold on this one with 4:18 remaining. Period number 3. Game is a 2-1 game in favor of the Pacific Steelers. Welcome everyone to our broadcast on a early Sunday cold morning in Canada's West Coast. Some of the crowd coming to life, starting to cheer on the Chicago Young Americans. From the draw, kicked in front, rebound right on goal, big stop. And boy, did Martins ever have to be alert on that play right there because that took a funny little hopper. But it goes right on goal nonetheless. And they hold on to it. And we'll have another stoppage of play. 4:13 remaining, third period of play. Potomac got it from the draw. She throws it all the way back behind her own net this time. Gives it to Allen. Clearing it all the way over. Looks coming after her, not able to get control of it. Now they give it back. And they work their way all the way out of their own zone. Up the center. Coming straight down inside the zone. And they're going to chase it as Lopes was the one that threw this one back inside. Now Potomac's coming inside. She picks it back up on the steal. Potomac centering pass. Shot. Oh, narrowly missing the outside post. What a bad turnover by the Chicago Young Americans to literally just give it back to Amy Potomac right over behind the net. That was one of the tougher plays I've seen happen all weekend long. Going to see that type of style in your sleep. at the blue line. They throw it back down inside. Couldn't get control of it this time. Broussard, it was out of her reach. Now they go back over on the far right side this time. Hernandez comes down. She throws it in. Martins comes out of her net to stop it. They give it back over on the far right side this time. This is stolen by Perez. And Perez gets up over center and throws it off of the back wall. Blocked once again by Smargy, and she held on to this one. Now they clear it back out the center. And this is stolen literally by Brown. Cross ice, Brown. Back pass over to Wong. Wong throws it straight forward, unable to get it any farther than that. Now they get up and dump it back inside, and Weiss was the one that threw it right on goal. Big stop. Nice shot by Weiss to tip it back inside. So the Chicago Young Americans have utilized their timeout earlier on, so they do not have one left. If anyone's going to call a timeout, it's going to be the Steelers. 2:50 remaining. Third period of play. We'll see whether or not we can call a 30-second timeout in the next little while, or if the team can, not me. They have control of it. Now they throw it straight forward inside their own zone, holding on to this one. Pretkelis gets up and gets over center and rings it off of the backboards, and Wong's going to go after this one. Wong picked it back up. They cleared it out the far side. The goaltender is still in the net, has not come out yet. Mind you, it's still really too early. 2:20 remaining in third period of play. And the Steelers come out of their own zone all the way up the center. They get up and over center. Icing is waved off. She was over center when she dumped it inside the corner. And they're going to go after this one to steal it. Pretkelis had control. She throws it straight up the right side this time over to Bloomer. Bloomer goes down. 5 off and 5 on for the Chicago Young Americans. Fresh legs on the ice right now. We'll keep our eyes peeled for the young goaltender to see whether or not she does leave the net to go out to get the extra attacker, which wouldn't surprise me if she does. Now they dumped it out to the center ice area. They get control of it and throw it all the way back inside once again. That was Sukup had it. On the giveaway, 1-on-1 shot. Save of the game right there. Oh, man. If I was that D player right there, I would go back and I'd buy her a new car. What a save. But what a bad giveaway, and that's something they do want to happen. Those things, it can happen to anybody. We've seen that happen in the NHL, but boy, oh boy, that's tough. What a tough play. So I'm not sure what took place there. Referee delivered something to the penalty box, just not sure what. So from the draw, they throw it straight forward. The young goaltender, Smargy, is still in between the pipes right now. Has not decided to leave yet. At least I've been watching the coaching staff. No indication. That was the best chance they had so far of the game, at least to tie the game and, end in a tie. Kicked off of the boards this time. Now it goes back over. Goaltender is off for the extra attacker. Now she's off. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in the third period. They get control. Takes a long shot inside, and they put one in. And that is a nice long shot that will be credited with Lopes for the goal right there. It was interesting as she took the puck and dumped it all the way down the ice. The back checker in that place could have very easily, instead of just reaching the puck, should have taken a dive, like a belly flop dive, and just jump at it and lunge with your stick reached out as far as you could straight ahead of you. And chances are that might have been blocked. The shot could have conceivably been blocked and prevented that open net goal. Right on goal again, holding on to this one. They just throw it inside the corner now. They pick it back up and go up ice the other way. Lume has it. She throws it in. Lume just throws it in the right side corner this time. Now they're trying to come out the far side, holding on to it. Unable to get control, and now they come back up the ice the other way. Chicago come in. Forehand, backhand, shot going after it, out of the reach of everybody. Wong couldn't get control of it. Now they're kind of getting it all the way back over. Pretkelis takes a shot. Grabbed once again. Nice grab, and she comes out and grabs that one. Well played by Martins, and she wasn't going to give that one up at all. Nice timely shot. So the goaltender is going to leave the net once again for the extra attacker. See if they can get a couple. Big uphill battle right now. 27 seconds left. Hope everyone's enjoying the game. If you're listening in from the Chicago area, send me a note on Twitter. It's just at SportsWave. Let me know if you're enjoying the game or even if you're up. It's blocked, stopped, and they pick it back up and clear it out to the neutral zone. It's thrown back inside. They have to tag up to get onside. And they get onside, and the Pacific Steelers throw it out to the center ice area. Blocked back in front of the penalty box area by Weiss. Now they go down across the blue line. Inside the corner, Bloomer comes in. Takes the shot, wide of the target. This goes over in the far side, and Onrick goes after it to no avail. as they go in the corner. The buzzer goes to end the third period, and a victory for the Pacific Steelers by a score of 3-1 over the Chicago Young Americans. Exceptional game. Start of the third period, a 1-1 tie, and then they come back. Potomac got the second goal, and she's got such an explosive shot. She put it right over top of the shoulder this time to make sure it was going to capitalize and go in. No mistake on that one at all. Got that one on target, and that put them up. And then the next goal after that was an empty net goal that sealed the deal, pulling off a 3-1 victory for this final day, coming to you from this JWHL hockey games this weekend at the University of British Columbia. Hope everyone's enjoying the call from today's game. Our next game isn't for another couple of hours, a lot of time remaining. And the players who go to the dressing room, the coaching staff come together all the way back at center ice. Well played. You can see the coaches having a traditional handshake out there on the ice. And now Chicago Young Americans go over and thank the officials for doing the job, doing a good game. And they will all go back. Chicago is getting set. They're going to head back home in the next little while. Coaching staff coming out having a bit of a discussion. Not sure what they're talking about, but it can't be too serious because they're smiling and joking with each other. So it obviously worked in their favor. Long game, well-played game, and, of course, good officiated game. Not a lot of hard work for the officials to do, not a lot to call. A couple of penalty calls that were forced, and you didn't have a choice. You just had to make the call, so they did. 3-1 the final score coming to you, and the Pacific Steelers defeated Chicago Young Americans by a 3-1 score. Very impressive from start to finish. Hope everyone's enjoyed the call for today's game. Enjoy yourself for the rest of the day on Canada's West Coast. It's still snowy out here. We have been coming to you from the Doug Mitchell Thunderbird Sports Center in Vancouver, British Columbia. Enjoy it. Travel safe. Travel very, very calm. Do not drink and drive. And please, on behalf of the league, do not text and drive. Tell our next broadcast, if you don't play sport, at least be one.